Hey Canucks fans, it's my birthday and I can vlog if I want to. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And it's my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, June the 22nd. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Yes, I am 46 years old as of today. And I want to thank you for your greetings, both everywhere, actually, on Twitter, on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're blessed to be friends with me there, just kidding. Some of you actually have my number. You've been text messaging me, so I appreciate that. But thank you very much. I really appreciate all the thoughts. And I'm not going to go for too long today. You can tell my voice is kind of shot. I did 4 videos yesterday, including my Ask Me Anything, which is longer than usual, and then 2 live streams. And that was kind of cool last night because I did my regular 10 o'clock live stream, went really well. And then the group there somehow convinced me to come back just after 12 so they could greet me a happy birthday, which was very kind. So I logged on at 12:05 once again after doing an hour live stream. And there are almost 24 people waiting there for me, wanting to greet me. Some people even donated money, which was very kind of them for my birthday, which they didn't have to do. And it meant a lot. Like just a silly thing of that 15 minutes just after midnight to come on to YouTube, of course, after being greeted by my wife Gail, my kids. Actually, only Jake and Kayla. They came down for the live stream, and then the earlier one, and then Jake was still up. But I don't think my son Sean wasn't even home yet. He said he tried to get home for midnight, but he was with Fernanda. But that's okay. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, I was just thrilled that after greeting my family, I popped on YouTube and we hung out for another 15 minutes. And I appreciate the kind words that everyone shared, and I appreciate just the fact that you appreciate my positivity, and I appreciate that you watching this last night, watching the live streams, or even watching these videos here. I appreciate you could be doing anything else. You could be watching anything else, watching anyone else, but for you to spend a few minutes each day to listen to what I have to say, I'm truly grateful for that. And that's before I just get to a small bit of Canucks news, not a lot, but I just want to say how grateful I am to all of you, to the viewers, to subscribers, to those who like the videos, those who comment. And as I said in my live stream yesterday, I don't get too caught up in the comparison game. I think there are a lot of people doing some really good vlogs, much better than I do, bigger subscriber groups, and they're all so good, and I'm grateful for them as well. But I'm grateful to all of you who take the time to watch these channels and to give me feedback and to affirm me, to challenge me, to encourage me, whatever it is. I do appreciate you. I appreciate my family. I appreciate the fact that they allow me to do things like this, be a season ticket member, write goofy parody songs, film music videos, do Canucks charity things, and of course do daily vlogs, which does sometimes eats into family time, but not a lot. That's why I kind of strategically do them on my way to work, so to speak. But more importantly than the Canucks stuff, I'm grateful overall for my family, for my friends, and for my health, and for an opportunity to have a platform to share my fandom and to have a voice. And I will never take that for granted. I will never take my audience for granted, as big or as small as it may be. And I'll never take the blessings that I have for granted in being a season ticket member, being able to pay for those tickets, being able to go to those games, have the time and energy to go to those games, and then to have a voice that some people actually listen to for whatever reason. So thank you. And I'm just very reflective today because it really hit me that I wouldn't have considered jumping onto YouTube last night at 12:05. And just to be greeted by 24 people on there wishing me well wishes, donating money, and whatever it may be. So thanks again. And yes, I want you to know that I do not take you for granted, and I do appreciate you all very much. I want to talk about a couple things of Canucks news real quick, but not too much because I want to save my voice. I have to do a presentation later this afternoon at work. Before we go to Kobe Japanese Steakhouse for dinner, which is my favorite restaurant, so I can't wait to go there. But 2 things of Canucks news. Firstly, some sad news is Vancouver Canucks tweeted out this morning that Peter Stetcher, the father of Troy Stetcher, defenseman Troy Stetcher, passed away. It sounds like he passed away on the weekend, perhaps. I don't know a lot of details. I don't care to share a lot of the details aside from to know that I think we should all join in wishing the Stetcher family condolences. If you're a Christian, you can pray for the repose, the rest of Peter's soul. But whether you're praying or you're thinking or you're just really reflecting on and hoping that Troy and his family get through this very difficult time. Very fitting, as you know, I vlogged about my own dad over the weekend, being it was Father's Day, and how he was a big influence, the biggest influence for me when it came to Canucks videos and Canucks fandom. So for Troy to lose his father, many of us out there, I'm sure, can empathize and sympathize with that, but it's a very sad day for the Stetcher family. It's a sad time for them, so we give them our thoughts, our condolences, and certainly our prayers. The other thing I want to talk about, more of a good news, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of momentum behind this rumor that Vancouver will be indeed one of the 2 hub cities. Even talk of Vancouver being the west city and Vegas being the eastern city. It's funny because Vegas is pretty far west, but the thought would be of the Canadian teams, 4 of the 6 Canadian teams are playing the west: Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg, all in the Western Conference, whereas there's only 2 Canadian teams in the Eastern Conference, Montreal and Toronto. So you could argue it makes more sense that the Canadian team of the hub cities, the Canadian city, would host more of the Canadian teams. But regardless, everyone's got to fly in from everywhere anyways. You know, don't necessarily live in the city that you play for. So we will hope to hear good news on that soon. Good news, that is, if you're someone who wants Vancouver to be named a hub city. I joked around that'd be I want it to happen. It'd be cool, a birthday present if it happened this year, today, if they announced it, which we're not sure if they will, because last year on my birthday was day 2 of the draft, and that was the day, of course, that brought JT Miller to the Vancouver Canucks. So that was a good birthday present last year, and a good birthday present this year, even though it doesn't affect me personally. But it's kind of cool, you know, boost the economy just a little bit, not a lot, but create some jobs, create some opportunities. And and knowing that we're one of 2 cities hosting NHL if everything goes well, so that's kind of cool. And to make it more official, we have heard from Pierre LeBrun and others that it's indeed down to 6 cities now for the running: 3 Canadian cities, Vancouver, Edmonton, and Toronto, and 3 American cities, Vegas, Los Angeles, and Chicago. That means teams like Minnesota, cities like Minnesota, Dallas, Columbus, and I'm missing one, maybe Buffalo. I can't remember who the 10th one was, but it sounds like they've dropped 4. Again, Minnesota, Dallas, Columbus, and one other team. So there we go. So maybe we'll hear news by the end of today, or maybe by the end of the week. Maybe they're waiting for the NHL draft lottery. Don't forget, that's this Friday. We can talk about that again later this week to clear around any confusion, because it's going to be confusing. But I vlogged about that. Just remember, 2-2-3. 2, basically, what was the 2-2-3? It was like 2 groups of teams, 2 draft days. Yeah, that's what it was. It was 2 different draft lotteries, 2 groups of teams, and 3 actual lottery picks, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what it was. It was 2 dates. There we go. 2 dates, 2 groups of teams, and 3 actual lotteries. I just confused myself, but that's the 2-2-3, and I will talk about that later this week as well. But for today, just want to say thank you. Thank you for the greetings that you've given me. Thank you for the greetings that you're giving me, that you will give me in advance. Thank you to those of you who joined my live stream last night, to those of you who actually came back an hour later to greet me on the second live stream. And once again, it sounds like a broken record, but I want you to know how much I do appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time to engage with me on this Canucks YouTube channel. No real question of the day. So type whatever you want in the comment section, and I'll react to it. I'll reply to it. I'll read it. I'll do whatever I can. But thanks again, and know that I do not take you for granted at all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Take care of yourselves and of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.